33,500 passengers. TSA is going to be restricted to 17 lanes here at Charlotte, and unfortunately during peak hours, which will be from 5 to 10 a.m. and then again from 2 to 6 p.m., passenger volume unfortunately will exceed, will result in increased wait times. However, don't fear, TSA officers are ready. They're going to be willing and eager to get people through as quickly as possible. But we're going to need your help as well. Passengers, in order to travel with ease, we're advising passengers to pack smart. And one of the ways you can do that is start with an empty suitcase. That way you don't have a prohibited item in your suitcase accidentally when you get here. You're surprised and we're surprised at the same time. You've heard it all throughout the press conference that passengers should arrive here at the airport 2 hours prior. Keep in mind, you need extra time to check in, to park your car, so you should be here inside the terminal at least 2 hours prior. For those of you traveling with food, it is the holiday season, so we do have a lot of people traveling with food. Make sure that you remember, if you can spill it, spray it, spread it, pump it, or pour it, it's considered a liquid, and you'll have to put it in your checked bag. Also keep in mind that Real ID is now less than 180 days away, May 7th, 2025, so please keep that in mind as well. Once again, TSA will be ready. We're looking forward to expediting passengers through the security screening area here at Charlotte this holiday season. So now I'd like to introduce the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department, Captain Anderson.
Good afternoon. I'm Captain Michael Anderson of the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department, Airport Division. With the holidays upcoming, we're expecting increased passenger traffic, more than what we have seen in the past. We ask for folks to prepare themselves and expect delays. Please allot yourself enough time for traffic, to park, to check in, and to clear TSA screening. Officers will be assisting with traffic mitigation at the main entrances of the airport, but remember to check online for real-time information. Always double check your luggage to ensure that you're not carrying any prohibited items, as those items could delay you from your flight. If you will be traveling with a firearm, please review your airline's firearm policy. Your firearm must be packed and unloaded in a locked, hard-sided case in your checked baggage, never packed in a carry-on bag. Please remember to never leave your bag unattended and to grab all your belongings as you move throughout the airport, as well as when you exit the airplane upon your arrival at your destination. Please follow instructions that are given by the flight crew and airport staff. This will help providing a timely departure, ensures that everyone arrives at their destination safely. Here at CLT, we're always looking at ways to keep the airport safe and secure, and with that, there will be an increased police presence at the curbside of arrivals and departures, parking lots and decks, and throughout the terminal. If you are parking a vehicle in the lots and decks, we remind folks, help prevent the next crime. Please lock your doors and remove valuables from your vehicle. If you see something, say something. We all have a role to play here. If something appears suspicious or odd, please contact 911 or your nearest law enforcement officer. This time, I'm going to pass it back to Amanda.
Thank you, Captain Anderson, and all of our speakers. We do have time for a couple, maybe 3 questions specific to operations during the holiday season. So I will throw it over to you guys.
So the question was, will we have the busiest day in the history of Charlotte this holiday season? The answer is no. That happened over the summer, and I can get you that exact number. It's going to be a lot closer to the 45,000 number, but we'll see 43-ish. This will be the busiest Thanksgiving ever. That's correct. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So we recently, November 13th, we opened the 3 inner lanes here on the departures level. That's going to be hugely impactful to the operation because it gives us additional capacity to be able to really meet the needs of all that additional traffic that comes in. If you think to last year, we didn't have those lanes open, so we were very limited in terms of where we could push that traffic off of Josh Birmingham Parkway. But this year, having those 3 lanes open and available, that gives us another resource to really be able to manage that traffic. hmm Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I would say absolutely this year will be different than last year. Part of that reason is because the additional capacity that we gain with 3 inner lanes as well as the overhead walkways, which, keep that foot traffic, that at-grade traffic from interfering with the vehicle traffic. That's one thing. The other thing would be we are much more in a much better positioned and coordinated place to be able to manage that traffic this year. Last year, we were more in a reactionary mode. This year, we are being very much proactive and are placing assets so that we can manage the traffic as it comes, as opposed to reacting when the traffic backs up. People, vehicles, lots of different things, Ted. Myself, even. I'll be here. Yeah, I'm an asset too. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, I can't speak to the exact number of employees that will be working. Of course, that's going to vary from carrier to carrier, from company to company, business to business. Now, from the airport's perspective, we, of course, will have our minimum staffing that's out, but we will staff up and beyond that, utilizing different tools and strategies over time, volunteer work, things of that nature. But we will, in the periods that we're anticipating this peak traffic, we will always have more than we would normally have in terms of a staffing perspective. Now, the second part of your question was how important is that work? It's very important. We recognize that during this time of year, generally, these are the passengers that may travel once a year. They may travel just twice a year. So the terminal that they're going to see when they come to the airport this time probably looks totally different than the one that they saw last year. So it's very important that we have these people in place to have touch points so people can ask questions. It's not just about reading the signage. It's about engaging with folks to make sure they're comfortable with the process. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great afternoon and happy holidays.
All new at 6, life-saving experimental care